Greetings everybody and welcome to the Champions of the Future 2023. The Euro Series continues here at the fabulous Steel Ring in the Czech Republic. The first time we've ever been to this brand new facility. It's only been in operation since 2017 and what a warm welcome we have had from our friends here in the Czech Republic. It has been a fabulous week so far. Today is actually the first day of the weekend as we have moved everything forward a day for various different reasons which we will go into over the course of the day. But a fabulous opportunity to watch the OK and OK Junior drivers battle for supremacy. The weather has been very interesting over the course of the week. It started with wet conditions on the Wednesday. It dried up over the last few, but it looks as though the rain is on its way back today. We're here for the second round of the Champions of the Future karting season 2023 at a new location, the Steel Ring circuit in the beautiful town of Třinec in the Czech Republic. And we've also had a slight adjustment to the timetable ahead of this second round. Of the RGMMC, James Geidel is with me. James, we've brought everything forward by a day. Now, obviously, that's quite a radical change to the weekend format.
Yeah, it's something that's been in the pipeline for years and something we've been talking about since Corona with all the manufacturers. And I think it was just time to do it. I think people have to understand that sometimes we need to look at new formats to better the series.
So, to explain this to people who are watching at home, obviously now the weekend starts on Wednesday, effectively, with the non-qualifying practice sessions. On the morning of Thursday, there are 2 non-qualifying practice sessions for each driver, then 3 qualifying practice sessions, which obviously set the qualifying heat grids. And then there are 10 qualifying heats at the evening of Thursday before the 20 live-streamed qualifying heats on Friday, and then going into the super heats and finals on Saturday. It's a big change-up. Why exactly has this been brought in?
Well, there's a few points, really. I think starting with none in any particular order, firstly, we're pushing and pushing for broadcasting, and we're pushing more and more for television, more for linear television, more for growing our streaming numbers. Sunday's a competitive day. There's so much sports on, different activities to do, so by going on Saturday, if you see some big championships, they're also racing on Saturday, and many reasons I do believe is because of this. And I think it's important that if we want to try to grow, we should try to race on Saturdays to grow our figures, particularly on the broadcasting, linear television. Point number 2 really is about sustainability. More and more venues have problem with noise and noise pollution. And we must consider that if you look at things like motocross, in many places they're not permitted to race on Sundays. So forward thinking about it, it helps us take away some of the pressure from the tracks because they are obviously getting a lot of pressure from communities. And I think it's something that we can do to try to better that situation. And then there's also 2 other points, one being, the mechanics and everybody in the market and drivers as well. They're traveling 20, 30 weeks a year racing. They have no social life, no home life. It's a difficult life for them. And I think, if 5 times a year they can spend another Sunday home, or the drivers, the children who are racing, they can do another activity, a social activity, or take a Sunday to organize themselves for school on Monday. I know you have that argument, but if you move forward, you're missing a day's school. But on the counterbalance, you're missing Monday anyway half the time. So you're not actually missing time. You're gaining time to prepare yourself for Monday.
So obviously that means now that we have a little bit more of an adaptation of the format, but there is still live timing available on all 4 days, starting from the Wednesday all the way through till Saturday evening, so people can still follow the progress even in the middle of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we haven't taken anything away, and if anything, we're adding more and more to it. And I think that's the important thing, is always to deliver as much content as we can. That's what we're trying to do, is grow in figures, and we need to do that by providing more streaming, more broadcasting, more TV packages, more live timing, as much data and information we can give people.
And speaking about the television production, obviously that means now that we're going to be live streaming on the Friday and the Saturday of Champions of the Future moving forward, with the live coverage brought to us by the Sport TV graphics program. It's a really big step up in terms of what the karting coverage is actually getting, and it's getting closer and closer to the pinnacle of motorsport every time.
Yeah, that's the idea. I mean, we've obviously done a lot of investments in this year to improve, and we've grown the team phenomenally. And we have some great people on board from the TV industry, and I think you can see the difference. But what's nice about it is I know that we're only at the beginning of this road, and I know how much more is going to come very shortly, and it's really exciting to see.
That's what I like about you, James. You're one of these sort of people at the end of a race weekend, you are never satisfied. There's always something more to do. There's always something more to add on to it.
Well, it makes no sense to focus on what went well. You're not going to improve. It's just to focus on what you can improve and things that didn't go well. That's the whole goal, and keep innovating.
Well, it's a fantastic innovation. Hopefully it's going to work and do prosperous things for the drivers and for the championship as a whole. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Jake.
Things are about to get interesting here at the Steel Ring as we prepare for the OK Junior Final, the first of our two encounters this afternoon. Boy, have things changed in just a couple of hours. Over the course of the week here at the Steel Ring in the town of Třinec in the Czech Republic, just off the Polish border, it has been a very interesting weekend with lots of sunshine, a little bit of wind, but in essence, a very dry week. However, just in time for the finals, the rain has come, and it's definitely going to be interesting for all of the drivers, as none of them have ever competed in an OK Junior Final on this circuit in these conditions.
We are racing, off we go. Lewis Werrell gets the start, Castoya goes into second place behind him, so off they go to the first corner. Third position, Alfie Slater slots in nicely. Here's the rest of the field managed to make through without incident. So far, so good. They come through the first couple of hairpins and into turn 4. This is where things are going to start to get tricky. Everybody has no experience of these cars. And a spin from Ramakas. Ramakas has gone around and it's caused a chain reaction. But Timon Ramakas, the man who dominated in Valencia, has gone around and it's triggered an absolute chain reaction.
I'm not going to lie, half the grid's involved in that one where you could call literally all the way down from about Van Langendonk all the way down.
We've got Ramakas, we've got Kutilov, we've also got Shilkunias is in there, Corby's in there, Toniolo, Konsani, Koshe, Kamyab, so many decent drivers there, taken out in one fell swoop. Trying to make a mistake or
Lunge
two.
there for second. Sorry, down
Bondarev's
the inside. Bondarev for P2. Wolf tries to follow as well. And now Slater tries to fight back. Bondi goes wide. Now it's 3 wide. And now back down the inside goes Alfie Slater. Retakes second place. Bondarev, unfortunately, wasn't able to hold on to that one. Another car stopping. It looks like it's the number 10. It's the Tony car.
Is that Kaczynski?
I think it could be.
It is. It's Kaczynski.
Kaczynski for the Ward Racing team out of this race.
Bondarev's come back into second. Wolf is now third in front of Slater. But Kaczynski, who was in the top 10, looking strong, he has come off the road. But certainly up front, the battle is raging as Werrell tries to get clear of Bondarev, and now the Paralins are going wheel to wheel as Martinez gets his run on Dries van Langendonk. Oh, wow, what a save that was, as Drummond and Castoya battle for position, and it's Castoya that very nearly loses the Paralin completely on the exit of the hairpin. Up the inside. That's going to be Dries van Langendonk making his bid. He gets through past the Paralin. So Dries van Langendonk trying to get himself back into a race-winning position, having had the problems earlier on. He's got past Castoya.
Oh, Werrell!
That's Werrell!
It's Werrell!
Lewis Werrell's gone! The race leader! Lewis Werrell has gone in very much the same way that Dries van Langendonk did in the Superheat. Lewis Werrell's chances of victory are dead.
Here's a replay of what happened to, is this Lewis Werrell?
He lost it!
Oh, it's a spin!
He lost it on his own!
Oh my goodness me!
Poor Lewis! Poor Lewis, he literally lost it on his own. He hit a wet patch at the wrong moment, and unfortunately Lewis Werrell was the instigator of his own demise. You've got to feel for him. It's like the parting of the Red Sea. Up the inside, Tame Soleil fighting back after the misery of the Superheat. And here he comes. Tame Soleil gets past Tiziano Monza, and he goes up into 8th place. Watch out for Tame Soleil. There's another spin.
Is it Schaufler?
It is indeed. Nicholas Schaufler, the Austrian. What a shame. Let's have a look. This is the incident earlier on between Marianito. Oh, what a save. What a save that was from Marianito.
I think that was Alpak Soy.
Oh, that was Alpak Soy. Yes, it was. My apologies. And Alpak Soy is driving out of his skin at the moment because he's made up, get this, 25 places from the start.
The rain, I believe, has stopped, I think, out there. So I don't think the track's getting any wetter. And a huge dive down the inside there from Martinez. Gets it done on Zach Drummond through the S's section. And Drummond, I think, his head went back there, just thinking, oh, no, blimey, he's got it done. But instantly, he fights back as Martinez runs a little wide then through the next set of S's.
In very similar conditions to this, honed his craft, here he comes up the inside, dives in, and the Paralin driver through to third position on Alfie Slater. Slater hasn't given up though, he'll want to try and retaliate as soon as possible, but for the moment, it is the Paralin in P3 as Slater gestures to him, let's work to get away. Slater a little bit faster through the compression complex, this battle for the podium isn't done yet.
Oh, very much not so, and back down the inside goes Martinez on Slater, and saw the opportunity arise and just positions that car right down the inside, and Slater, absolutely nothing he could do.
Here's the move from Dries van Langendonk on the inside of Alfie Slater. Nudges the white line as he comes through, just scrubs a little bit of paint off with the tyres, gets his move on Slater, no concerns. But here is Oleksandr Bondarev, just in prime position, doing a great job so far on the Kart Republic, and this is exactly what he wanted. Martinez forces the issue on Drummond on the final lap, and I think Van Langendonk's going to get his chance on the podium. We'll try and stick with that at the same time, but there's a big moment coming up here as Oleksandr Bondarev bounces back in 2023 to victory at the Steel Ring in the Champions of the Future Euro Series final. What a moment for Sasha Bondarev, as to the line, the podium is debated, and it's Martinez. Noah Wolf is second. Martinez just beats Drummond and Van Langendonk to the line for the final spot on the podium. But Oleksandr Bondarev is victorious in the Czech Republic in the most sensational of fashions. You've got to feel for Lewis Werrell. It's a heartbreaker, but it's an absolute thrill fest for Oleksandr Bondarev, licensed to thrill, and he dominates the final the second he gets into the lead. The Ukrainian national anthem is going to ring out over the steel ring. What a moment.
In third position for Italy, Jacopo Martinez. And in second position for the United Kingdom, Noah Wolf. And to your race winner for the Ukraine, Oleksandr Bondarev. Oleksandr, what an amazing week it has been. It's been tough all the way for Czech Republic, but to come through in a fantastic fashion for the win in the final. Just talk us through how it's come around today.
Well, since Wednesday we knew we had a lot of speed in the wet, so when it started raining, I knew I was gonna have a great chance for the podium or also for a win. So and then at the start, when I got into top 3, I was behind Lewis, and then he went off. So after that, I had to be very calm and stay in front and manage the tires, and I think it was a really good result.
And now that puts you right into the hunt for the Champions of the Future Euro Series title as well, with your rivals in front of you not finishing. So now I guess it's game on from here.
Yeah, let's say that.
You started the Eurovision party early as well. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oleksandr Bondarev. Well, things are very interesting coming into the OK Senior Final. It's definitely going to be an intriguing challenge now. I would say that the track is no longer wet, it is drying, and that is going to make things very interesting coming into this final race. Every single kart on the grid has wet tyres, but again, this comes down to tyre pressures. Who's going to get it right, who's going to get it wrong, and if there's not going to be any more heavy rain throughout the course of this final, it suddenly becomes about driver skill and prowess. Who has the patience, who has the discipline, the tenacity and the hunger to go for the victory.
So we are racing at Třinec in the steel ring, and it's a good start for Gomez. Nakamura Roberta slots into second without issue. Alex Powell trying to come around the outside, and he's gone! Powell's gone! Powell has gone after contact with Sebastiano Pavan, and there's several others going off as well. But Powell and Pavan collide on the first turn. Finn McLaughlin looks like he's in there as well.
Oh, a disaster. It's the first time we've seen it coming together actually at that turn on the track. And, well, my goodness, but Nakamura Roberta's there in second. Stolchamanis, I think, is still there in third.
The championship leader is gone. He's desperately trying to push start his kart downhill to pirouette it around. But Alex Powell, the championship leader, is out along with Stolchamanis. Stolchamanis has kept going. It's Pavan and McLaughlin as well as Guillaume Bouzard. And we've had one of the DPKs come off the road as well.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure who that is
and
as well.
And a Birolard as well.
And it's heavily damaged as well, that DPK car.
It's Alexander Bogunovic and I think Joel Bergstrom as well. There is Alex Powell as Gabriel Gomez leads Nakamura Roberta and Stolchamanis over the line. What a chaotic start. So here's the replay of the start. Watch Powell in the blue helmet. He bangs wheels with Stolchamanis, comes back across. Pavan is there, and Pavan gets on the curb into the side of Powell. Bang!
Yeah, just the understeer. Couldn't turn. He was full lock there.
How lucky was Stolchamanis?
Oh, very lucky. Eyes on this battle for the race leaders down the inside, change and a switch round between the two of them. Nakamura Roberta down the inside, but Gomez fighting back instantly. We've not seen that happen. And back down the inside goes Nakamura Roberta, and Stolchamanis goes through as well.
Gomez retakes the lead!
Side by side going in towards turn 1. No, he can't do it as they go into yellow flags. They've got to be careful here. Switch over.
Nakamura Roberta! Now, where's the green flag? His Stoltemanis is coming through on the inside line as well.
Now the green flag.
There is the green flag. I think Nakamura Berta got it under yellow flags.
What, do they have to wait until they pass a green flag before they can start overtaking again?
Absolutely they do. Oh my goodness. Has Nakamura Berta just taken the lead of the race under yellows? I think it's being investigated.
You saw their Lammers really latching onto that inside curb as well as they tried to negotiate their way round that corner, and a huge dive there from Nathan Ty on Stoltemanis for P3.
This race now essentially becomes a lottery because the circuit is drying out big time. There comes the move from, is that Stralven?
I think it's Stralven, yeah.
And then Turney goes with him.
And under investigation now.
There it is.
Kian Nakamura Berta. The 260.
I have a feeling they may have caught him back to Turney. Turney slides in on Stralven.
Contact with his teammate as they go into the hairpin at the first S's.
Warning flag for Joe Turney.
Oh, dear
Warning flag for Joe Turney. Now that comes with a 5-second penalty in the Champions of the Future. So Joe Turney, for that move on Stralven, has been given a 5-second penalty. A warning flag goes his way.
Wow, look at that. And, well, I'll be curious to see how he's going to react to that one because he makes the move.
He's going to make the overtake.
He's going to make the overtake on Nathan Ty. So he moves up into third place. He's going to come around the corner and see that. In the Czech Republic, and back down the inside already. Look at that. How on earth has he closed the gap already? Instantly going for the move is Turney. But of course, he will see.
Now watch round the outside. He's going to have so much grip down the hill.
No, he's not going to make it work there. He's going to try again around the outside, but he's not going to have the momentum to get it done. He might get the switch back here, though. Looks to the inside, and he's done it. Yes, Stralven takes on Nathan Ty as Ty blocks that position out of the final corner. So now Turney's up into second place now. He's got to try and pull away. He knows that wet line, and he's making that wet line work here.
He's got so much better purchase. Stralven now making the commitment on Ty. Stoltemanis could get them both. 3 wide off the hairpin, and they bang wheels, Ty and Stralven. They come into the next hairpin. Who's going to get the faster line out? It's going to be Stralven, but he's going to come into the compression. Oh, that's brave from Stralven.
Oh, great stuff from these three drivers. How on earth did Stralven not get caught up in a sandwich between those two? And Mateus Morgato also into P20, 12 positions, getting to a spin.
Oh, it's a spin from Ty, is it? No, it's Wisniewski.
It's Wisniewski who goes round. The Forza Motorsport team has been having an absolute disaster here. The Forza Racing team, I should say. There was the move that got Joe Turney that warning flag. Now, both drivers still in the race, and Turney really pushing it on. There's a bit of contact here. That was how Wisniewski got turned around. It was actually from Tarvinichko, and I think that caused the front wheel to come off, because instantly into the next couple of corners he then pulled the car off at the side of the circuit. So I reckon that may have punctured the front tyre, if not broken the wheel.
He knows that Nakamura Berta will be under investigation, but he doesn't know what the penalty's going to be, so he can't assume. He's just got to go for it and try and pull 5 seconds clear. But Joe Turney knows that that man is the leader of the race. He goes wide, slingshots out, tries to cut back in for the inside line. Wait for it. He'll get a little bit of water on the tyres to cool it down. Nakamura Berta will drift out wide, and Turney will take the lead by tripping over the curbs and holds the lead of the race. Joe Turney takes it. There is Thomas Stralven's card.
That's such a shame.
4th position gone for the Belgian, his teammate. But Joe Turney, how does he bring himself back from adversity every single time? He is just the master.
We've got another car off as well. It looks like a Forza. It is
that Wisniewski? No, it's the 212. You're right. So that is Wisniewski.
It is Wisniewski.
There is Alex Powell. Now 14th position. Quite frankly, is unbelievable considering that he was off on the grass on lap 1. Here he goes again, dives through on the inside of Nacho Tunion. Thank you very much, I'll move into 13th place. This is incredible from Alex Powell.
It's a very determined drive, isn't it, as he just pushes that Prema kart to the ragged edge. Just keeping an eye further down the order, Alex Powell now back up to 13th place on that one. He extends.
No, he's 12th. He's just got past Simas Vara.
Yeah, another one. So there we go. Moving back up the order still.
Words fail me. Here he is. And you run out of superlatives. He goes for the 11th place move now. He's just passed the world champion. Absolutely phenomenal from Alex Powell.
Now with a technical flag.
No, not Eichmann's.
Oh.
After all that hard work, he made up 26 positions as well. Devastating for Ian Eichmann's. even with the warning flag for his move on his teammate. Joe Turney is going to come through. He made a mistake there, though. Careful, Joe.
Oh, did he lose the time there? Did he lose the time?
This is going to be tight at the flag. We'll have to see. Joe Turney comes out of the final turn and crosses the finish line in the lead, but has that mistake cost him the time that he needed to win the race guaranteed? Across the line comes Nakamura. 4.7!
Oh, it did!
4.7! For the moment, Nakamura Berta is your winner. Oh my goodness! What a way to end the day here in Třinec! So for the moment, Joe Turney was the first to cross the line, but because of his warning flag penalty, at this moment in time, Nakamura Berta, who is currently under investigation himself, is the race winner. What a confusing end to the race! Third position for the United Kingdom, Kian Nakamura Berta. And in second position for Italy, Gabriel Gomez. But your race winner here at the steel ring from the United Kingdom, Joe Turney. Well, Joe, it's been quite a tough week, hasn't it? I think on Thursday, you being there 51st in time qualifying, the win was pretty much off your mind at that moment.
Yeah, I think so. I did a big mistake in qualifying, that ruined the weekend from that point. But lucky with the weather in the end. I think if it was dry, it wouldn't have been like that. So lucky with the weather, perfect setup from the team, and managed to bring it home.
And you kind of led the way around the outside for those fantastic moves, trying to get as much water into the treads as possible, and that is basically what brought you forward.
Yeah, I think early on I found some lines that worked a bit better than the tight ones. So that paired with the kart working was enough to win.
So now still very much in the hunt as you head to Rodby in Denmark for the next round of the Champions of the Future. You must be very positive about how things are going to go there as well.
Yeah, for sure. I just need to sort out the quality, less mistakes next time, and hopefully we can do the same again.
Terrific stuff. Thanks, Joe. Great performance.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Joe Turney! And that is it. After what has been a fantastic week, it's a double victory in the end for the Czech Republic superstars. Oleksandr Bondarev and Joe Turney giving Dino Chiesa double bubble here at the steel ring. But when we come back to Champions of the Future Euro Series at Rodby in Denmark, the championship battle will continue. We're going to have a fantastic off-beaten track as we get ourselves ready now for the next round of the Champions of the Future Euro Series at Rodby in Denmark. Thanks very much for being with us. From myself, Jake Sanson, my colleague Anthony Jordan, and everybody here at the steel ring, and from RGMMC, many thanks indeed. See you in Denmark.